draft that looks to be working. So I'm just going to do a heap of SEO tips and tricks. If you've got SEO questions, things like that, guys, just ask them. I'm going to answer them. I'm going to be pretty much talking about SERP volatility and how that plays into SEO. I'm going to talk about like how to find backlinks and things about backlinks that you should consider. And as people start to filter in, I'll answer their questions. So if you have any questions at all pertaining to things like SEO, marketing, whatever it may be, just ask away. But yeah, I'll check on the chat and see how we go. Now, obviously, who am I? I'm Ronald Osborne, the founder of Osborne Digital Marketing, award-winning SEO agency. My claim to fame is obviously I knocked off a lot of the biggest and best SEOs out there for some really competitive SEO terms. So this is my website here, Osborne Digital Marketing, and all of these sheets that we're going to be running through today, I give them up for free. So you get access to free SEO checklist, backlink monitor, SEO forecasting, SEO ROI calculator, anchor analysis sheet, sitemap extractor, Google Business Profile optimization, like literally all of these things, free backlink checker, free Google Maps competitor finder, Reddit scraper, all of these things you get for free. So the way you get them is there's going to be a link down in the video below, or you can jump over to the Osborne Digital Marketing website, click on that orange button right there. All right, that's it. That's how you get access to all this. This is all free. Everything I'm showing you, you can do yourself. This is not like an exclusive tool behind a paywall. No, go and get this for free and you can start to achieve SEO results. Now I want to talk on SEO volatility, because to be honest, I was actually a little bit shocked that this hasn't picked up as much as the other tools. Like I launched this, I think, a week ago now, and this has only had a couple of downloads. And I'm going to talk about SEO volatility. I'm going to talk about, like, this is a big SEO tip that a big tip and a big trick for anyone that's just getting started in the game, or maybe you're like myself and you're working with a lot more clients, or you used to work with a lot more clients. I had a chat with two lovely individuals today, and their clinic is not, it's a new clinic. They opened up about 6 months ago. They've had their website up for 4 months. They've been working with an SEO agency. This was a referral across from a mate of mine. Been working with another SEO agency, and this SEO agency promised them that they would get to rank for an extremely difficult keyword in 3 months, or otherwise drop them. That was the promise that they made. Now, it's a good promise. A funny thing is, like, I see and I get a lot more bookings. Like, a lot of you guys know that I do a lot of my own stuff. So I have a lot of my own businesses that I deal with. I'm a businessman at heart, guys. I could have retired at age 27. Honest truth, from my first company. That's the honest truth. I just love the game. I can't sit still. It's very hard for me. Like, I go insane if I have nothing to do. So I'll always be at it. Always trying to do something more. And what I've been noticing over, especially this year, is when I talk with people, it's because they were burnt somewhere else. So something that some tips, and it's not always like intentional. Like, guys, I've failed at SEO campaigns. That's the honest truth. I've done things that I thought would have worked and they didn't work out for the clients. That's just the honest truth. That's SEO. That's why this game is a hard game to play, and it's only getting harder. But I really want to convey the importance of checking SERPs. Like, if there was one SEO tip that I think is not talked about at all, is the fact that a lot of people don't look at the volatility of a SERP. Now, what is the volatility? The volatility, I'm just going to walk you through it. So here's the tool. Again, it's free, guys. Like, everything I talk about, it's not like it's like, oh, it's behind some paywall. You go and get this for free. You can access this. You put in your own API and it's done. And this costs literally 2 cents to run. So it's not like it's expensive. But something that I want to draw a lot of people's attentions to, I'm just going to bring this out a little bit. As you can see, that this SERP right here is quite strong. Okay, so this is not something that's, it's not strong, but it's not weak. All right. And what I'm finding is that, if you've been a part of my lovely channel for many, many years now, you know that I always say, hey, Go and look at the keyword, see what the SERP is saying. If SEMrush sits there and says, the top 3 people have 100 backlinks, 200 backlinks, another 300 backlinks as an example, you know how many links you've got to acquire to be able to rank for that term. Guys, that's not enough to just do that anymore. I'm telling you, if this is the biggest SEO tip I'll give you today, please don't just do that anymore. Run a SERP volatility test. SERP volatility, it's been around for a long time. I'm not reinventing any wheel. I'm just giving you what I use to test, because if you go and try and pay for a SERP volatility tool, you're talking about $100. It's ridiculous, but it's just ludicrous. Go and get this for free. All right. Now, what you're looking for specifically is you're looking for weakness in positions from 1 to 5. Okay. That is a huge tip. You're looking for positions. So when this runs, it does 10 runs. In a geo-specific, I'm going to show you as an example. I'll show you the settings. So you put in the target keyword, the location, all right, the city. If you want it to be in English, maybe you want a different language. This does it all in different languages, desktop or mobile, and then you can set the number of runs. Just set it as 10. 10 is more than sufficient. Now, I do it out to 100 because you should be doing it out to 100. And when you come and look at the results, this is what you're trying to pay attention to. So this is run 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way out to 10. All right. You're trying to see the number of changes. And that's exactly what's being picked up here. You can see if there's a lot of red up here at the start, you've got a weaker SERP. All right. So if you've gone there and you've sat there and you've gone, all right, I want to rank for, let's just say, I want to rank for dentist in Chicago. If you then go and sit there and go, okay, dentist in Chicago is the thing I want to rank for, you see, let's just say this isn't going to happen because I know it, but let's just say you see 100 referring domains, 200 referring domains, and then the one down the bottom has 150 referring domains, and you go, wait a minute, this is an easy SERP. That's not bad at all. I can build 100 referring domains, 150 referring domains. Please, for the love of God, before you jump into bed with that client, just run this, okay? Just run this. It's very, very easy to run. I've got a bloody fly in here. It's driving me insane. Just run this, because you should at least be looking to see that there's red, all right? If there's not red from position 1 to 5, that's actually a hard SERP. Something that's not being talked a lot about now is age is starting to play a massive role. Look, age, I've said forever that age is super, super important, but it was always able to be pushed out with authority. Now it's getting harder to push age out with authority. So it's like you've got to get in there quickly, especially if it's a weaker SERP. Get in there quickly, spend some time in there, and then you can just sort of sit there without doing much. It's actually a lot easier to do. So as an example, if you have a look at my roofing SEO page, you're going to notice that someone's been adding backlinks and pulling backlinks off to try and, create the negative effect. This is what people will do for negative SEO things. And when it comes to anything pertaining to SEO, losing and gaining backlinks will significantly influence if you're going to go up or you're going to go down. That's just the truth of it. Now, is backlinks the only thing can backlinks rip you from page 1? Not really. Like, again, my keyword is the example. I should still be around on page 1 for roofing SEO. Go and check out for Osborne Digital Marketing if you're in the States. Now, in that regards, because I've got the age there, that helps me. These are the types of things that you've got to consider. When it comes to you trying to rank against age, great way of verifying, apart from looking at the who is just by going on to this thing here. If you see a lot of red, a lot of movement, mate, that's fantastic. That's actually what you want. You don't want things to be just yellow or green. That's actually really bad. All right. Look for red. I can't stress that enough, because I think there's been a couple of circumstances now where I've looked at a couple of keywords and I was like, there is no way I'm going to be able to rank for that keyword unless we're spending like 10 grand a month on that. Like it's not going to be possible for us to dominate these areas. Like $10,000 is the minimum if we want to be there in like 4 to 6 months. And it's like, in this day and age, it's not really that, like, I'm not seeing it as that worth it. You've got to be a bit smarter now when you're doing SEO. It's no longer about, you have money, okay, cool, come work with me. You can get hurt like that. You know, like, I've been blessed, absolutely blessed. Look, I've got some awesome clients that are actual clients that have been with me for years. And until they terminate the relationship, they're not going away. Look, I am a bit blessed. If you come to me with let's say $1,500 and you say, I want to rank for Roof of Miami, I'm going to say, absolutely, I'm not the right guy to work with. If you come to me with $5,000 and say, I want to rank for Roof of Miami and all of those surrounding terms, we're going to work together. Okay, I get that privilege because I've been around doing it a long time. That's what happens. You be in the game, you get good at something, you get to start asking premium prices. That's how it works. But for yourselves, like, just a big tip that I want to give everyone is please, just be cautious about what you're getting yourself into when it comes to this SEO shorter run. Just test the SERPs. Now, the beautiful thing about this is too, if you want to do more, like if you're trying to do more as an SEO, this is one way that you can test, all right? Like, you can actually test any SERP, look for weaknesses. I'm telling you, because this is another thing. Let's say there are hundreds and hundreds of backlinks built. If you see that the SERP is like this, just red, like all of this is red. All of this were to stay red. Like, this is a medium SERP. If I see this, I'm going after it, because why not? But for yourself, if you are looking at doing a campaign and you see nothing but red, jump at it. Honest truth, like, massive trick, massive tip. If the SERP is weak, you've got opportunity. Now, something that I don't think, again, is covered enough nowadays is the fact that when it comes to what Google is rewarding, like, as everyone knows, I've been involved in the CTR game, as everyone knows. Now, in regards to what's good for click-through rate, you know, what's good for CTR manipulation, all of this, I honestly say that you can get anything to do well with CTR, whether you're in position 30 or not. And you might sit there and go, Ronald, that's crazy, because for so long you've told us never to use CTR when you're in position anything. Like, if you're in double digits, Ronald, you always say don't use CTR. And that is true. And the reason for that is because what happens when you get pushed out is when you bring something up with CTR as an example, Google starts going, wow, man, you're on fire. I'm bringing you up to the top. That's what CTR does. Now, if the user signals from Google aren't supporting what you've done to spoof that location or to get it to where it is, then immediately what happens is it just falls off. That's what happens. That's why they fall off. That is why some people will be like, it started off swimmingly and then I got nuked and she's gone. That is because Google's catching on better than ever before, and that's how it's always been, to be completely frank. It's just that simple. If you have something, if you have a system and an infrastructure that is not aligned and consistent, it's going to hurt you. So in regards to this, if you have a weak SERP, maybe your backlink count is, you're a little bit light, but you've got a weak SERP. What you can actually do is game the system a little bit more, because maybe your website gets more conversions than the guy that's in position, who was above you. That's why I like looking at the SERP. And to be honest, as I'm progressing forward, I'm looking at this for every single thing. I do a run. If someone says, can we rank for Dentist Miami? Can we rank for Invisalign Miami? As an example, I'm jumping in here first. And if it's really strong, I'm going to be sitting there. Like, of course, we all know what the answer is going to be. It's going to be an expensive campaign. But maybe you don't know what you've got to do. Maybe you don't know, you haven't been around SEO long. Please, guys, if I was to give one SEO tip, one SEO trick, anything that was going to help any SEO out there that's especially newer to it, run a SERP volatility. All right. And again, like you get this, go to Osborne Digital Marketing, click the link down below. Here she is. This is free, guys. It's completely free. We need to add the video in there for you, but it's free. Go run some volatility tests on it. You use your own API from data for SEO. So it's absolutely nothing. I've had some chats come in, so I'm going to jump over and answer these questions. Happy to help, mate. How do I bring it all together to where it makes sense for the client if the SERP is worth it or not? For example, complicated category like plumbing or HVAC, top 3 versus bottom 4, 9. Yeah, so like sort of what I was reiterating on, like the main thing I'm going to be doing is the more red you see, the better. So look, to be honest, you could still win this because there's still changes in there over that 10 runs. Google will also, like you would be surprised if you do one run at 9 o'clock and then another run at 10 o'clock and you do this individually by yourself and you would like copy and paste the SERP out, what you're going to find is that the results will actually be different to this tool and they will actually be a little bit weaker. So you will notice that there's more movement. I've done this myself because I was like, maybe this tool isn't very accurate. Like maybe she's not. You've got to test these things. So you will find it's a bit weaker. But if this, a straight like bang, 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 10 run, and you get something like this, you can tell it's a medium sort of SERP, like a medium. Where the real opportunity is when it's red. So the caution zone of like, don't do anything. If it was green from positions like 1 to 5, you're in a world of hurt. Like if it stays green, if it's 0% change from 1 to 5, man, like don't even touch it. Like straight up, like unless the client is on page 1.5, you know, like already not 2, 1.5, then make those like you give it a crack. But if it's just like green, if it's green in position 1 to 4, like you're in for a world of hurt, no matter what the backlink indication says. I think that's something like that's needs to be paid special attention to. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents on it. I hope those answers the questions, mate. But yeah, like that's my 2 cents on when it actually comes to what's worth going after and what's not worth going after. Look, the biggest thing for honestly, like my 2 cents, as you'll know, for the last couple of years has been it's like map pack. Organic for me is something that's like we rank here and we rank here in the maps, but we want to be over there, but we can't get a Google business profile. Then it's organic. That's honestly how I look at it. I like organic too because I do buy into Kyle Roof's theory of avalanche theory. If you have a website that has on average like 1,000 visitors to the site, then you can rank for a keyword that has 1,000 searches every month. I wholeheartedly believe in that because I've seen that myself. I couldn't get my own website going and I was like, okay. And I can't remember who it was. Maybe Kyle said, it's like, what are you doing? You need to be doing something a little bit more like in your lane. And it's like, that's stupid. That's ridiculous. This is an easy keyword to rank for and I've got awesome links being pointed to this page. And then I actually started to build things. It's like 20 searches a month, 30 searches a month. And then all of a sudden, she just took off for me. That's what helped me with the Osborne Digital Marketing website was the fact it's like I stopped looking at the keywords that were just easy, had, not bad search volume, because there's still keywords to this day that have not bad search volume and they're easy to go after. And the thing was, it was just like when I started actually looking at it like that, that was when it changed for me. That was straight up when it changed for me. It was like, all of a sudden I was getting users in here for this page and this page and this page, and then all of a sudden the terms that I just couldn't rank for at all, like they were just nothing in the keyword tracker, nothing. started to pop in. It's like position 88. You're like, "Whoa, hey, what's going on here?" So it definitely helps. So that's something I'd consider as well. That's why I also like informational content. I know like there's some SEOs out there that say informational content's stupid, you shouldn't do it. Well, I'm like, okay, then how do I get my stuff to actually rank and do well if I believe in the avalanche theory, which I like, I'm adamant that it actually works. So yeah, that's that. Now with Lincoln, I'm going to do some talking about Lincoln. If no one has any questions about SERP volatility, I'll jump on to like building some backlinks and things like this. So this is the backlink prospector. This is the tool that I use. It's a part of it. It's the start of the campaign of what we will do if we want to start building backlinks. We use things like Scrapebox. Scrapebox is still the GOAT, still something that's absolutely fantastic. But this is a really good way. I'm actually going to bring down the table a little bit more comfortable. So yes, Scrapebox is a great thing to do, or you can use this. Like I love Scrapeboxes in my arsenal. It should be down the bottom. Yeah, here she is. So it's on like every computer. Like if you look back through my videos, you'll see that I've used Scrapebox for a long time. Now the way like I go about doing this stuff is with this backlink tool. It has all of the countries because I've worked in a lot of different countries. The only problem with this tool, like you guys have it for some reason, is you need to delete that and then you can go back to the state. So Florida as an example, and then city. Now this is optional. Now what I'd suggest is if you're trying to build backlinks, okay, so I actually had a chat with an awesome bloke today. Maybe you're watching this, mate, maybe you're not, and he's at the stage where he needs to be building his own backlinks. Otherwise, like, he's just going to keep burning cash. Now I will be dropping my entire setup on how I build backlinks. Hopefully I get it launched around the start of the year. That's my objective, to build it over Christmas. But yeah, I want to give out the whole comprehensive, like, this is what I do, these are the results. Because my success rate with building backlinks, it sits around like 15%. I could pretty much say that on every campaign. You'll be sitting there going, how can you achieve that? It's because I do what I do. All right. Like, you need to incentivize individuals to do things. Do you do anything for free? I'm here because, or I do like doing the YouTubes and making these things. Like, this is fun for me. But at the same time, like, if I wasn't getting paid to do this, I'm going to play cricket. I'm going to go play basketball. I'm going to go do something fun. I'm not going to be sitting here talking to myself on a camera. You know what I mean? So there is an incentive. That's how I have a win. And again, I'll let everyone in my community know exactly what I do when I release it all. It's going to be like cheap as chips too, guys. I don't believe in being sneaky. I'm not going to be that guy that, I don't want to drop names, but there's a couple of people out there that are charging good money for their communities, and their communities have YouTube videos on them. Now, that's okay if you put one or two in there. Like, I ain't going to re-record a keyword research one. We've beaten that dead horse. How many times can you beat a dead horse? All right? But for everything, you just put your YouTube content? That to me is like, that's ridiculous. So yeah, anyway, like, I ain't doing that. Everyone in my community, they get unique. They get the Ronald Osborne. They get the actual Osborne digital marketing strategy. I give you the real SEO tips and tricks on what actually works. There's only a couple of guys that I know that have been legitimate with like their masterminds and their communities, you would call them. And everyone else is, I believe, is just like scamming them. Like, wait, I can make the YouTube channel and then I can charge them $50. And then it's like, that's just, all right, enjoy the hellfire, boys. Enjoy it. So when it comes to like building backlinks, back on this, you know, I'm giving SEO tips, but I'm also giving SEO community tips as well. Again, like, everyone's different. I can't judge. It's up to, like, it's for God to judge everyone. I know that. But yeah, it's just, I don't think it's right when people are getting charged, you know, $70 a month, and you look at the content that's in there and the content's being created by ChatGPT, and then the YouTube videos are used. I think that's so wrong. But, you know, each to their own, like I said. Now, with this, when you're trying to build backlinks, I'll give you try and make it super simple. The fastest way I like going about it is I try to actually build backlinks only ever for informational stuff. So, because I don't know about you, but how many times have you landed a link from someone's service page? You know, you would have seen I've been harping on for a long time now that it comes to relevance. Relevance is super important. You've got to be very, very, very relevant on what needs to be done. So focus on relevancy. But then when you're trying, and geo-specific links as well, that always helps. But try to focus on informational content, because you're more likely going to be able to work with someone. Are you going to build a link off your service page that you're trying to get to rank for, a HVAC guy, roofer, whatever it may be, and then send that to someone else? For $1,000 you might. It's but is that link worth $1,000? No. So you need to be a bit more creative. So I'm going to leave how to fix the leak and drain. I'm going to literally leave that. So all you do, guys, you put in the country, the state, the city. Now, again, it does states for every single country in the world. I have them all. So you get to look wherever you are. If you're in Europe, I get a lot of Europeans. If you're in the Middle East, wherever you are, the UK, this will work for you. Then the city's optional. I don't recommend it. I normally just leave it as the state, and then I'll put in this information like how to fix a leak and drain, and then just go run prospects. Super easy. All right. It's super, super easy. So this will start running away, and it will start finding the prospects. When it comes to building the links, the way I do it, I'll give a bit of the secret away. Stuff it. You guys get it. You got it out of me. The reason I got the meta title and the meta description here, that's very important for me and my outreach, because we use that stuff to actually base our AI generated, hey, we've seen that you've created this page about this. What's it going to take? All right. So that's why I do it that way, because it's always a lot better. Okay. So it's always a lot better to do it that way. If you have, this shouldn't pick up, if there's a missing meta description, again, it's YouTube, there's going to be a missing meta, but if there's no meta title, it should just kick it out. It shouldn't select it for you. So that's just something to think of. But when I'm trying to build the backlinks, there's a few things I want you to focus on specifically. Is I'm going to scroll down where it's a little bit less, the authoritative sites. What I'm really looking at is that, now this is data for SEO's data, so I'll give you another SEO tip. Data for SEO's data compared to SEMrush's data, of course SEMrush's better. You just have to concede that. You're never going to get as good information from data for SEO, but it is cheap and it's still insightful. Now, are you going to win against someone that has SEMrush? Absolutely not, because they're serious. They've got the serious tool. But this is just enough for you to start building backlinks. All right, so look at these columns. My favorite thing is to look at the traffic, because if you've got a website that's actually getting a fair bit of traffic into it, that's a website that's a credible website in Google's eyes. Think about it logically. If you have a website that's getting no traffic, Google doesn't trust it. Why should you trust it? Then come across and look at the referring domain count. All right. Now, I'm not going to build a link. I'm going to reach out to them and say hey, would you be willing to give me a link if they're going to do it for $20? The reason I say that is because if this is in my list, I want to see, it could be oh, that's naughty. Oh, everyone just got to see a nice, that's very nice. Everyone just got to see a doorway page. There you go, guys. There's a nice doorway page. There's some negative SEO. They're doing well. But as an example, we'll actually go to someone that's legitties. So, yeah, there's some negative SEO for you guys. Yeah, look at a nice plumbing website. Nah. So as an example, these guys, let's find out. Now I've ticked Florida. I want to see where are you guys. Where are you based? Where are you based? Yeah, all right, in Florida. So as an example, the reason I like grabbing from the list, like you will get some doorway pages like that. That's naughty. That's naughty. That's cheeky, cheeky, cheeky. His old mate's probably been hacked. Naughty. Unlucky, brother. I'll be reaching out to this guy. If you offer website cleanup services, guys, I'd be reaching out to this GS Frasing and say, bro, you've got a doorway page on your how to fix a leaking sink page, mate. I hope you enjoyed that. So yeah, anyway, back to the main one, back to what I'm saying. This as an example would be not a bad link for us to land. If I've got a plumbing website and I'm trying to rank it, because not only is this a plumbing website, they're talking about drains and everything like this, but it's also relevant to the state of Florida. Now, if you were to say, Ronald, tell me your gold standard, like the biggest backlink SEO tip I'll give you is relevancy. So, no, I'll start with the most important metric, which is authority. So, authority of the website, then relevancy, ranking keywords. So you want to see that like the trajectory of the keywords is good, they're staying stagnant, like not bad. You don't want to see, bam, she's crashing down. And that's what you want to really be looking at. All right. The fact and then location. So the fact that you're getting a link possibly from a website that's located geographically, she's talking about Florida. Okay, it might not be talking about Fort Lauderdale. It might not be talking about Tampa, Jacksonville, whatever. Okay. But the fact that they've still got Florida from a state level is something that I really, really love. I actually really, really love getting state level. That's why I look state level. I don't look to the nationwide. I look to the state, because when you look to the state, you're going to find that it's going to be a lot better for you than trying to go after someone in Georgia, as an example. And look, it doesn't happen often, but over the years, there has been mutual relationships actually built. So I'll reach out and say, hey, I've got a client. This is my client. He's nowhere near you. He's not looking to take your work. He's a plumber, but maybe you just do, as an example, they're doing drainage solutions in gutters. So you just do this. We're a residential plumber, but hey, you've got an awesome website. What's it going to take for us to get a link from you? How much, what do I need to compensate you? And there's another tip and trick. All right. That's how you can do it. And sometimes relationships have been formed from there where it's like, as an example, like these guys, gutters and drains, they can partner up, especially ones with the jet hose, those types of things. Most drain boys, like most plumbers, will not have a jet gun because they're like 20 grand. They're ridiculously expensive. So most plumbers actually outsource that work to someone else. So that's how I'd be looking. And this is a pretty good link. Like the referring domain count to the website overall, she's not great. Like I want to let's grab so much. Okay, as an example, let's just have a look. We'll have a little look see and see how he's doing. And I'll tell you, would this be a link? Because to the sheet with data for SEO, absolutely I'm building a link. I'm going to try and get a link from it. Yeah, I'm still getting a link from this. Look at that. French Drain, Jacksonville, they're ranking the map pack. So they're getting a bit of change the search. So you can see it's like, oh no, Ronald, they're not getting a lot of keywords. You can see that the referring domain count and the backlinks, it's not a strong website. But again, a backlink from this website would be incredibly powerful for my website. If I'm a plumber, even if I'm HVAC, roofer, whatever it may be out of Florida, that's still a good link. That's still a fantastic link. So that's why I pretty much look at that stuff. Now, when it comes to this as well, just something you need to be aware of. You can see it's obviously grab Reddit, Facebook, Instagram. Just get rid of all that nonsense. It's got some parasite SEO. going on here. You can see it's pulled in a bit of cheeky TikTok as well. Home Depot, WikiHow. Of course, that's like all of these stock standard things that are going to be shown. You can't get them. So normally you're bringing it down to around about here, where you're able to like realistically, like these are actual websites, real businesses, real information. This is where you want to be looking. And that's how I start the process. So I'll tell you what we do. But if you want to learn more, make sure you subscribe. Join the Facebook group, guys, as well. You can join that by going on to go to Osborne Digital Marketing or click the link. I should have the link. Go here. You can go and get all the free checklists and everything like that. But you can also join the Facebook community. So ask me any questions you have in there. If you ask me questions here on YouTube, maybe I'll answer them. Maybe I won't see them. And it's like mainly AI that does our stuff anyway now. But with Facebook, that's going to be me. I check it every day. So if you have any questions, you want me to ask me to record something, check something out, like put it in there. I'll do it. It's free. But this is how I'll respond to you. So that's something that you want to be grabbing. But when I'm doing this, is we're normally filtering out all the nonsense. You're always going to get some nonsense. You can't really filter it out without it being expensive. So you can put all the other things like, oh, look at how powerful this website is as an example. Like, look at the authoritativeness of this website. Who cares? Like, why do I want to know that and waste my metrics on Facebook and Reddit and all of it? Like, that's just, you don't want that. You don't want it. It's kind of pointless. It just hurts you in the long run. It's not something ideal. So that's why we don't have it that way, because my team will normally build a list of a couple of thousand. We'll put in every variation. Like, you can literally just go to the AI, say, give me like 10 variations of this, and then you just copy it out. All right. Now on my sheet, it goes out to 200 searches at one time, and it's all varied. So as an example, I think this one only was able to pull in like, what's it, like 70 odd. So like without like applying, there's some strict filters in there, but like I said, if there's no meta title and description, she's not going to be coming in. It's not going to show. And there are like directories, some directories we've filtered out. We could probably filter out the other stuff for you, but I ain't adjusting the code that much. But you're ideally then what you're going across and doing, like for the tip for building the links, is you're going to go across, copy all this out, filter out all the noise, and then you want to start coming down and being like, all right, so again, like, where was he, this guy? So you can see he's got a nice meta description here for small cracks, holes, blah, blah, blah. This is enough for you to tell an AI prompt over in a different cell to say, hey, I am X, I'm Ronald Osborne, and I'm trying to reach out for a backlink from this website. I need you to compliment them on how amazing their page is. I need you to include the meta title and the meta description as the data that you utilize to understand it. So you can give them a quick snippet to make it look like we've read and understood their content. And then put forward to them, hey, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. I'm going to be honest and upfront with you. Mate, we want a backlink from this page across to my client's page. This is what he does. This is where they're based. This is the business. If you're interested in this, I know that it's going to take you time, so I'd like to compensate you for that. Is that something you'd be interested in? Again, no one does anything for free. It's very, very hard. There's always some reason we do something, no matter whether you be extremely religious or not. We always do things for a reason. We don't just randomly do them. That's what you need to convey with the people when you're trying to build the backlinks. So yeah, now I'll check if there's any other questions come in, because I've seen a few people watching this one, so it's been a good one. LinkedIn user. I don't know, how do I get these things to like show? I want to try and like figure that out, because I always see it's like, I can see like sometimes everyone shows their comments and stuff. That's sick. I don't know. I'm playing around, guys, and I might actually like break this chat. How do I actually do that? How do I I'm using Restream. Read only on X and I don't know. I put like the link. This is the link to all my stuff. Maybe this will work. Look, I don't know if she's working or not, guys. Like, but I'm trying to do it where I can display the comments. So I apologize about that. I need to get better with this streaming stuff. I'm pretty useless with this. I mean, my old dinosaur age. Look, when it comes to building backlinks, does it still work? Something went wrong. Reload page. Fantastic. Does it still work? Yes. Like, building backlinks still works. And honestly, I think if you stop building backlinks, you're in a world of hurt. Backlinks are what's going to get the needle moving more than anything. Backlinks are going to help you better than anything else. So yeah, backlinks definitely still work, mate. Yeah. Okay, look. The Osborne Digital Marketing Store. I don't know if you know, I bought on LTD from AppSumo, Selex. Those guys were doing nefarious things, apparently, allegedly, and got caught out by the Australian government, the American government. I honestly never set up another store. I'm going to be honest, guys. Like, I get this question quite often about the store. I want to do it again, but at the same time, like making a couple of grand a month from the store, I had to hire someone to manage all the orders and do all of this. And when you look at it, it's like you're making like maybe $1,000 a month. Again, like, I'm not trying to sound condescending but for me, it's like sometimes the stress of it just isn't there. It isn't worth doing. So what I am thinking of doing is actually setting up, because I started to offer I started offering a bit cheaper links, and then people were saying, hey, this is a cheap link. I'm like, yeah, that's what a $30 link buys you. You know, so what I am thinking of doing now is, if I do relaunch it, again, let me know. Like, if you actually want the store back, I get probably 1 to 2 inquiries a month saying, hey, bro, like, I'm following this link that you put in here and it's taking me nowhere. But what I'm thinking of doing is just being like, these are the backlinks that I have in my inventory, and this is the price of it. And if you want it, you can go and get it this way. Like, this is how much it's going to cost you. So you can just come to me and you can, like, I'll make it super simple. It's just a spreadsheet. Here's a link. Here's the traffic. Because I've got some bangers. Like, if you want things like GetResponse, Cloudways, HubSpot, like, I can get you on all of them. Sorry, guys. Because it's going bananas. But yeah, I can get you on all of them. But like, that's the thing, is I was thinking about just setting up a price structure for it and just being like, what link do I want from Ronald? And you'll go through and be like, I want to be on Forbes. Maybe I want to be, Business Insider would be good. And you can just go through the list, the long list that I have. And then that way, maybe that's a bit easier, because when I was just selling backlinks, like, I put it in categories. Like, I gave out some banger links for the people that paid $200 for links. Maybe they got something nice like a Cloudways. But I can't give you Cloudways when I have to pay for it. If you buy a $30 link, you buy a $30 link. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents. If everyone is interested, like, let me know. Send me a comment. If I see a heap of comments saying, mate, set that up, I want to get on Cloudways, I want a link from GetResponse. You know, realistically, like, the Cloudways now, you'll go out and talk to other people, they get you on Cloudways for $600. I'm coming in like $400. So, you know, like, I'm doing a lot cheaper. So these are the types of things that I can do. If you're interested in, maybe you are interested, let me know. I just don't know. Like I said, 1 to 2 people reaching out a month saying, hey, bro, the link's broken. I want to use your links. I want to buy from you before. Like I said, $1,000 is pretty good for me, but I'd need to see that there's more interest. And I can get lists of banger links if you want them but I need to know that there's interest there. So put a comment if there is actual interest in me setting up some of my like links and doing a link store. I can absolutely do that for you. Back on the press, like still doing press releases, all that stuff, but won't be doing like content optimization or anything like that at all. Like we don't even use content writers anymore, guys. All of it's AI. All of it's AI. Use Page Optimizer Pro, all of that. Like, why would you be using anything other than just AI in this day and age? But again, I teach everyone that. So yeah, what do you expect? Remember, guys, if you want to do more with your SEO, maybe you're someone, don't sell to me. Okay, this is, listen to what I'm saying, please. You can book a free session with me if you are maybe a digital marketing agency and you want to do more, so you just need some guidance, or maybe you are a business owner and you want to talk about how marketing could help you, SEO, whatever it may be. Book a free session with me, free 15-minute chat. Please just don't book me if you're going to solicit me and then try and pitch me. Like that gets you blacklisted from me. It straight up does, because I put it like everywhere. Don't sell to me. Now the free checklist, all right, everything for the free checklist, all of this stuff. Let me go over to it now. Like everything you get, go and join the free Facebook group, guys. Ask me questions. You get all of this, guys. Like look at me scrolling, still scrolling, by the way. You get all of that for free. All of that's like completely free. So links on the website, link should be in the description down below. Go and grab that. I'm going to jump over and make sure there's no more questions, because if there's no more questions, I'm pretty much going to be jumping off, guys. Go and have some dinner. Yeah, so yes, the look, if there is interest for the store, if there is interest of people wanting backlinks and stuff like that, tell me. If I see a few more comments on this video saying, Ronald, I want some backlinks, okay, I'm going to set it back up. If send me a message, if you're in the Facebook group, hit me up and say, I want you to set up a system where we can just buy backlinks. And like, I'm not talking backlinks where you don't know where it's coming from. I'm not doing that like ever again, because one, I think that's not good for the end user like yourself. And two, I think it's it's a little bit sneaky, like I think that's a little bit sneaky. So where this is like, no, I verified this website. I want this website. Ronald, go and get me this website. Okay, we'll go and get you that website. No worries. So if you want that, let me know. If I see more chats, I'm happy to do that, mate. Absolutely. I've got no dramas doing that at all. If it's going to make everyone money and helps you guys out, absolutely. Yeah, so look, the Reddit scraper. Where is it? The Reddit scraper, like what it scrapes is the questions, the comments. You can turn it off on post top of. So the top topic, basically, you can just scrape by best, hot, all of it. It does it all. Scrapes subreddits, looks for questions only, and you can get the user's URL as well. So yes, you get all of that. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. That's all the questions and everything I can see. Anyone from LinkedIn, I have no idea like who you are. So it's strange. It's not showing me. But anyway, guys, I hope you have a lovely day. If you have any questions, reach out to me in the Facebook group. If you want some digital marketing services, you want a consultant, reach out to me and book a chat. Bye, legends.